This isn't even gonna like preview the episode at all.
What do you got for me today?
I got a joke for you. Ready?
Oh, knock knock.
All right. So 2 anime witches walk down a yellow brick road listening to Christian rock. They walk into a grocery store and they say, "Hey, we need to buy some turkey brine. You got any recommendations?" And then 2 podcasters pop out. They say, "Funny, we should ask." I said, "Ephraim, what's that turkey brine you love so much?"
Grandma's farmhouse turkey brine.
On this episode of the Bells and Whistles podcast, we talk about Thanksgiving, Wicked, Creed, fucking turkey brining, frying
There wasn't
turkey.
even a punchline. It was just a series of words, and then you asked me a question.
That's comedy, baby. All that and much, much more on this episode of the Bells and Whistles podcast. Run that intro! I told you.
I don't want to be like other girls.
You look distinguished.
It's these pads.
Yeah, what good is that for?
This is for when I'm doggy style.
Welcome back to the Bells and Whistles podcast. Ryan Quigley from Bernie, as always. It's pretty
Crawling around like guys, please.
Guys,
this is a hetero-flexible podcast.
we're
today.
open to all
Whatever
colors
gets
and
us
creeds.
work.
It's true. No, can I tell you? We got to open with the most important stuff.
That's
You
true.
know that about 7 days ago, Riddler Coup dropped new leaks?
No way!
Because last time we did a Coup leak video, we saved it till the end, and everybody was pissed off about it.
Oh, sure, you're
here
right.
we are.
Here, we're gonna tell you right now after that segment.
So I follow Coup on Twitter, on X,
on Twitch,
on Blue
X.
Sky.
Yeah, Blue Sky.
You know what they call Blue Sky? You know, because like on Twitter, there's tweets.
Yeah.
Do you know what they call them on Blue Sky?
I hope it's something like clouds.
They call them skeets.
Oh no!
I don't know.
Oh
if
no!
That's what I've heard they call them.
Why would they call them that? No.
Spunk.
Well, I don't know.
I
It's
prefer
kind of funny.
spunk. I prefer
it's kind of
spunk.
funny. Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're not on Blue Sky. We're spineless.
Spunker.
I follow Coup on Twitter, and
Yeah.
he's really kind of. He's kind of slowed down, and he's
Yeah,
kind of
he's got
started-
nothing.
He's
He
kind of
ain't
started.
gotten much.
What the interesting thing is, he's kind of started blaming the
The
big
Terra League.
exactly
Yeah.
for why everything is slowed down. He said that instead of because like on October 1st, he said Ikaku stuff soon. Or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's still nothing. And
Yeah.
then he's blaming it, saying it's not going to be until J, which is.
January.
You gotta hope it's
Yeah.
January, not July or something.
July or something.
But anyway, so just to get a recap, I watched a
Get his J on.
smoke a J. But just to get sort of like a general broad strokes, I watched me a TyranitarTube
Oh, love him.
video.
Yeah.
Shout out TyranitarTube.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's big bro. W in the chat,
Big
right?
bro here.
How am I too loud or too quiet?
I just fear you're a little too loud.
A little too loud. That's
Well, now see, we can talk as loud as we'd like.
well, good.
yes.
So TyranitarTube, I watched the whole video on him.
Yeah.
PokeTubers fucking hate Coup.
They don't like him.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, no, they're annoyed by
He
him.
he thinks that this dude's such a fraud, and like he the way that this man, that's the news. I don't care about Pokemon Wind and Waves. Is
that what it's called?
That's what people are surmising because he said that
Okay.
he referred to them as Pokemon K and N, but this is the Terra Leak, I believe.
Okay.
I get confused which is
Yeah.
that he called them Pokemon K and N, and apparently there's a Japanese word that starts with K that's wind or waves, and the
yeah.
other one is wind or waves.
Sure.
Wind and waves, and it's on the Greek archipelago. It would make
Okay.
some semblance
but
of whatever.
can I say, I feel like we've been guessing like where these places go
Hell
for
yeah.
millennium, and we have never once got it right. Can I
No.
say that?
No, we have.
Like it's actually kind of incredible how there's only so
No
many
one's
countries.
ever gotten close.
Yeah, it's like like remember we were saying that Sword and Shield was going to be in India or something.
We did. Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
It's like, how can we still not get it right?
It's kind of true. And also, like, we saw, like, I still remember just recently for Scarlet and Violet when, like, all of the leaking was happening the whole time.
Yeah.
The first time we saw Koraidon and Miraidon on that trailer, we were like, wow. we were like, whoa. If only there was, like, an entire internet dedicated to trying to figure out what the fuck they were the whole time, you know, and we just could not have been more wrong about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, we
knows?
did. We got it's so, like, you know,
So
but
people
it's
don't like
game. It's
Coup.
all about the rat race. Nobody
Yeah.
likes Coup. The way that TyranitarTube was talking about Coup, it was as if he fucked his mother. It was insane. I was like, oh, dude, it's really not that serious. Obviously, he's like playing it up. So shout out to TyranitarTube.
Yeah, TTar.
You know, he's why I do this.
Yeah. He really, though, for a while, I would check
know
in
you're
with
a
him
big-
religiously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's almost nothing to talk about. There's absolutely nothing. People are saying that there might Annihilate might get a Mega.
Okay.
You know, they're now saying there was like a picture that Coup tweeted and it was like a little promo art and it had the 3 Kalos starters.
Okay.
And he said this is Ikaku or something, right?
Yes.
So Froakie, Fennekin, and Chespin.
What
right?
is Ikaku?
That's the
I don't
code
wanna-
name for ZA.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yes.
And so he's saying, he said, welcome to Ikaku, but something's different. He said something like that. I'm not doing screenshots this episode.
Okay.
I'm also starting to get sick.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
don't
really
like
that time.
Yeah.
It's time.
So people are saying, it's that time of the month.
It's that time of the month,
So
ladies.
people are, ladies. So what people are saying is that it's going to be Fennekin. It's going to be those 3 starters, but something's going to be different. So they don't know if it's going to be the final evolutions different.
Okay.
Is it as simple as that all the new starters just get fucking megas?
So it's...
Who cares?
They're saying it's the Kalos, Kralos starters.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
I don't know if I like that. I like Greninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love them to redo
I guess,
fucking,
yeah, they could fix up the other ones.
you know, Delphox and Chestnut.
Yeah.
That'd be nice if they made those good.
Yeah.
But you have to figure that if they somehow make those good, they're going to make Greninja bad.
Yeah.
Which I don't want.
No, I don't want that either.
I like it regular Greninja.
And I guess
Missionary
they get missionary Greninja.
Right.
Because he's on a mission.
Yeah.
He's found the Lord.
So yeah, I don't have much to say. I just wanted to talk about.
What did he say 7 days ago? He said this stuff about the
I'm just
starters,
saying that we're
that's it.
talking. What I said is that these leaks are already outdated and they're not interesting. They weren't interesting then. They're not interesting now. The most interesting thing is that TyranitarTube hates Coup for some
Well,
reason.
I kind of like that.
That's the piece of news, and I think we should get into Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Well, that does make me thankful.
So there you go. We talked about the leaks at the front of the video, so you're happy. The
This
rest
is
of the
for you
time here,
guys
it's
now.
going to be a bullshit podcast.
It's going to be fun. It's not
'cause
bullshit.
We got
it's
stuff.
fun.
It's really gonna be a hoot and a half.
Yeah.
if you ask me. But yeah. So how you been?
I've been all right.
Yeah. How was Thanksgiving? How was the turkey? How
Well,
was the
so
gobble gobble?
Here's the thing,
Yeah,
right?
what do you got?
So I was the one, they don't know this, you do know this,
Hmm.
that my father was out of town. He had to film a little series in London. I can't tell you what. Don't force my hand.
Watch till the end.
Yeah, watch till the end.
Let's see if we can get it.
Yeah. I like laying clues.
Yeah, we got a Riddler coup here ourselves.
Exactly. But because my dad wasn't there, I had to make the turkey.
I heard about this.
I did have to make the turkey.
You made the turkey. You made a whole turkey, or just do a
I made
portion?
a whole turkey.
How big a bird, eh?
I think maybe 11 pounds.
11 pounder.
11 pounder.
Oh my
on the
gosh.
small side. we're
Look at
cutting.
you.
We're cutting
Look at
down.
you. Okay.
But here's the other thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're all, we have a lot of people up for Thanksgiving,
Right.
As I'm sure most of you do.
Of course.
We had a whole collection. We had the new stats.
Yeah.
We had Olivia nicking in front of the pod.
The Nick. Yeah.
And her mother.
Of course.
And we had Ethan Dubin.
The best.
Came, and Jody Prusan came.
a real ragtag group.
Yeah, a real ragtag crew, right?
Yeah.
So
all people that
all people that everyone
that
here
the audience
loves.
knows,
Yes.
loves, and what's the phrase? Knows and loves.
Knows and loves, yes. So we're all gathered around. Jody arrives on the day.
Did Jody
right?
lead the table prayer? The table in prayer.
Oh, she would have. If not, maybe 30 minutes before Jody arrives,
Yeah.
the entirety of the power went out.
I think I saw a couple of stories.
Did you see a couple stories
about how you guys had no electricity?
There was no electricity.
Did you have heat? Heat
No.
and water. You didn't have heat or hot water.
We didn't have any water.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
There was no. I don't know what's happened to this house.
Oh my God.
But apparently, when the electricity goes out, all the water goes with it.
Wow.
So people were holding in their piss.
You can't couldn't flush.
You couldn't go anywhere.
You got to flush a toilet manually.
I know. We immediately went through all the water bottles, and we were dehydrated and had to pee. All this. It was.
Oh my.
And
goodness.
I'll tell you, you guys don't know this, but Ryan will think this is funny. This group of people doesn't handle that well.
I was gonna say, you really want to talk about pulling a blanket, pulling the rug out of someone's out from under somebody?
Yeah.
You take that group of people.
You
If you
know.
were to isolate 12 people who require electricity,
And the other fun thing, this isn't really fun, but poor Olivia, it was her birthday.
it was her birthday, wasn't it?
Birthday.
It was
yes.
fucking Olivia's birthday.
Yes. And so the
Shout out to Olivia. Watch the
Shout
Kieran,
out, yeah,
Kieran
go
and
and watch
Shipka
Olivia's
movies.
episode.
Isn't there, didn't she have a movie out or something?
Sweethearts.
Sweethearts.
And she's got
HBO Max, no?
HBO Max.
I
and
saw
she's
it
got
the
two
other day.
shorts, one of which is eligible for an Oscar. Did you know that?
Eligible or nominated?
Not nominated. Eligible to be nominated.
Eligible to be nominated. That's
Uh-huh.
like me. I'm eligible to run for president. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
So it's all lots of good things.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So the power goes out,
Yeah.
and it's maybe 12:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Right? And it all goes out, and we're all like, oh, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna start cooking all this stuff? My mom immediately goes like, we're packing up our stuff and leaving. She's like, everybody get your bags, we're leaving.
That's the best.
And we're like, well, what are you talking about? It might come back on. She says, in 4 hours, we'll have no light. We'll have no light. There will be it will be dark and it will be frightening. We have to leave.
I'll tell you right now, I would be 100% on her side.
Yeah.
I 100% would be like, well, guys, we should just go. We should pack it. I would say everybody actually go to their individual homes.
Yeah.
I would say let's not.
Yeah.
We don't. Thanksgiving,
No, that was
we
it.
skip this
Thanksgiving was over. Thanksgiving was over, right?
Right.
And I'm putting up a fight because I just brined a turkey for 12 hours.
Did you do a wet brine or a dry
I did
brine?
a wet brine.
Rookie.
Oh, come on.
Rookie, you got to go dry brine, baby.
Oh, this was Grandma's farmhouse brine.
Oh, why didn't you just say so?
2 cups of salt. That thing, I took a little taste
Damn
of
right.
that. I was like,
But you see, it's
coughing up
misleading.
dust.
No, but it's good.
I know it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's the idea.
Delicious.
Yeah,
It
right?
was delicious.
Yeah, moist.
Yes, very moist.
Okay.
We'll talk. I don't want to spoil the story.
Okay, my bad.
So I'm kind of like, well, we should wait and see. We don't
Right.
want to. It's snowing out. The roads are not safe.
Right, of
There's
course.
no electricity. No
Well,
way
duh.
to call somebody.
I know.
Let's camp out. Let's wait. Right. So we all start. What happens is we're all stuck in the kitchen because we've lit a fire there, and everywhere else in the house is freezing. So there are 12 of us gathered around this table like
For body
Jesus of
warmth.
Nazareth. The Last Supper.
Yeah. No, and you're looking around seeing who you're going to kill for meat.
Who's the first one?
Yeah.
So we're all kind of like, okay, we're just sitting
Right.
around talking.
Oh my
the
God.
first one to
That's
leave
so good.
is Ethan, and we don't know where he went, but he just disappeared for a bit. I think he said he was reading a book. No one could find him.
That's a man. I love me some Ethan Dubin.
Yeah.
He looked around. He said, "I need to get away.
Yeah, he was like, I need to get out of here
I'd rather be freezing and alone."
than dealing with this.
Yeah.
So he skedaddled, and we're constantly kind of checking in. There's an app that was like, it's going to be this much,
Right.
and you couldn't comprehend it, right? Because it would say there's like 800 people in your county without power.
Sure.
And then they'd say next to it there'd be like there's 8 projects going on.
Okay.
And we're like, all right, are these the people that are trying to fix it, or are
Right.
these the places that need to be fixed?
Right.
You know, like what? Because
Talk
it was
to me.
represented by a hard hat, and I'm like, oh,
So, at least they were playful about it.
so because I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so well, you know, maybe we have 8 people wearing hard hats, and we'd check, and like minute by minute, the number would be going up and down.
Yeah.
Until it felt like, well, maybe people are just putting on and taking off hard hats. And they're counting that.
But also, like, those types of things, they're just completely guessing.
Yeah, no.
When on your mother's birthday this last year,
Uh-huh.
my building had no power whatsoever.
Oh.
My building just didn't have power.
Yeah.
And they told me, hey, don't worry, we're Con Ed. It'll be ready by 12.
Yeah.
Didn't have power until about 6:30 at night. They just made it up. They're just like,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
I went outside. There were people like working on the street. I said, it's 11:30 right now.
Yeah.
You think you're going to be good by 12? And he goes, oh, no. I go, got it. Yeah.
He said, I just got here.
He said, where'd you get that?
So, you know, the number is fluctuating up and down.
Right.
We can slowly see that other counties are getting their power back.
Yeah, sure.
But ours is not getting any better. And more people are stopping there, and the time is now saying, like, it's like under review is what it kept saying, right?
Okay, yeah.
Under review. So we stopped getting, it used to be, it was going to be back by 3.
Okay.
And then 3 rolled around, and it's like, okay, it'll be back by 5.
Okay.
And then it was under review.
Okay.
And we called, and they said, yeah, it's probably not going to be till 7.
There you go.
So we were like, oh no, like we got to start packing things up.
Right.
We still couldn't decide. This was Lord of the Flies. You have to understand.
That's what I'm
we
saying.
were taking votes on what we should do.
That's crazy.
And the next fun thing that my mom kept pushing was she's like, okay, well, if we're not going to leave right now, let's just make what we can make right now. But we had no gas, no electricity.
So people are rubbing 2 sticks together.
People were taking a match and trying to light the stove. and Jody showed up in the middle of it. And she was like, well, why don't we maybe we just make bacon and eggs.
What if we put
She's trying to rally the troops.
What if we put the turkey in the microwave?
Exactly. All this stuff.
Yeah.
So we keep talking. It's getting darker and darker. It's counting down. It's now like 3:00.
Right.
And my mom is like, all right, I'm just gonna. We can't make anything new, so let's just heat up what we have now, and eat Thanksgiving now and leave.
Okay.
at like 3:00 in the afternoon.
Uh-huh.
The only thing that we had made was sweet potatoes and Olivia's birthday cake.
Sure.
That was what she kept saying.
Sure.
She was like, let's just heat up what we have now, have Thanksgiving dinner now, and leave. And I kept saying, all we have is dessert.
But like the bigger question to me is, how do you even heat it up at this point?
I know.
Right.
So it
laid
was
out
all-
in the sun?
Yeah. in the snow.
Yeah,
outside.
get a magnifying glass.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
We decide it's time to go.
Okay.
We start rounding up the cats. As we've put the last cat in its cage, the lights come on. 5:00.
That's hilarious. Okay.
We're all like,
a Thanksgiving miracle.
a Thanksgiving miracle.
Uh-huh.
We run in. Everybody doesn't even talk to each other. Everybody runs back into the kitchen and starts cooking.
Right? It's like Iron Chef America.
It became Santa's workshop. It was seriously, yeah.
It was
Iron
chopped.
Chef America.
It
Yeah, it
was
was chopped.
Yeah.
I cooked that turkey in an hour and a half.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And it was deep fried. I used the fryer.
You used the fryer.
I used the fryer.
You know
yeah.
that's the number one cause of like house fires.
Everybody was saying. Everybody was saying, Ephraim, please don't use the fryer.
And you said,
and I
"I'm gonna
said,
do it."
it's either the fryer or there's no turkey this year.
It's either the fryer or me. If you don't fry the turkey, I walk.
Yeah, I walk. So we heat up the oil, and it's me. There's a couple videos of me, Jack Neustadt, and Ethan Dubin all crowding around holding this turkey as we lower it in.
Okay.
Nothing lit on fire. I do have
You got burned.
I got burned right here.
You got.
I got.
Okay.
But I say it's a price I'm willing to pay because everyone said it was the best turkey they'd ever had.
That's amazing, huh? Mm-hmm. Well done.
Well done. The
Well
grandma's
fucking done.
farmhouse brine came through.
Is this a sponsored video?
Yeah.
You get a little pay. You get a little payment.
I get a little something every time I bring up grandma. And her farmhouse brine.
That's pretty good.
Why not?
That's pretty good.
Thanksgiving miracle that we all had it there. Sat down at 7:30.
Happy birthday, Olivia.
Yeah. We did our best.
But the birthday cake was gone. You guys were all full from birthday.
Yeah, nobody had anything to eat.
That's pretty good, man. That's a good story.
A good story.
How
We
about
survived.
that? A feel-good tale.
A feel good. And there's so few of those.
There's your next short film.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Killing your babies and making your turkeys.
Oh God, no, that's better than any. My
what you got? You went to a little concert.
Well, yeah, because my Thanksgiving was more or less pedestrian. Love my family.
Yeah.
But what else are we got to talk about at this point? We got nothing new. Everybody had power. It was a lovely time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Was Uncle Pudge there?
Pudge was there. Pudge fries the turkey.
Pudge fries the turkey.
Pudge fries
Good.
the turkey.
Well, a chip off the old block.
I always say you remind me of a young Pudge.
It's true.
No, it was great. But the more interesting story is that I had tickets. Me and my childhood friends George and Eamon.
Yes.
We got tickets on Black Friday
Oh.
to go to Madison Square Garden to see. I talked about it on Max Talisman's podcast. If you haven't seen it, we went and saw Creed.
Oh.
Went and saw Creed. We did.
Yeah.
Now, I know you don't know any Creed songs.
I don't know any Creed songs.
You don't know any Creed songs.
Yeah.
You might there might be
I might have heard one.
But there might be a small part of you that feels a little bad about that. That maybe a little bit of an ego.
I'd say I'm emasculated by it.
I'm just telling you, I know 3.5. So it's really not that big a deal. I just really like those 3.5 songs.
Why not?
Now, if you talk to people who know Creed,
Yeah.
the vast majority of people, if you just did a sample study of like 100 Americans,
Yeah.
the vast majority of people are more or less
Yeah, they know
with
those
me.
3 songs.
They might know 2 songs. They might know 4 songs.
Yeah.
Nobody knows Creed's latest album.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Is that what we were, guessed to?
But like the thing is, they're at Madison Square Garden. This is
Yeah.
New York City, so you figure like, man, all right, damn. I guess like maybe there's just like a bunch of fucking Creed super fans.
Yeah.
So and like or the place is kind of empty,
Yeah.
right? Those are
Sure.
the 2 possibilities. I'm either the odd man out who doesn't
Yeah.
know any Creed songs, or it's kind of empty. It's going to be a good time. They're going to play a couple songs twice. You get to sneak down into better seats or whatever.
Yeah.
We walk into this arena. When I tell you it is completely sold out.
Wow.
Completely sold out. There was not an empty seat in the joint.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
And when I tell you that every single person at an arena was in the same exact boat that I was, it was kind of fucking astounding to watch. When I tell you, do you know how fucking trippy it is to see an arena of Madison Square Garden, a sea of people,
Yeah.
all just for like the first 90 minutes of a concert, just sort of politely bobbing their heads, just like, yeah. There was a mosh. There's like a pit of people right in front of like a mosh pit. This
Yeah.
is hard rock.
Yeah.
You're expecting to see mosh pits. It's just people,
Yeah.
right? But when I tell you those last 4 songs,
Yeah. There
that
you go.
shit was fucking electric. It was worth every penny. I paid $113 for my ticket. Shit was wild, brother.
Oh. Wow.
It was a
Wait
great
a
time.
minute.
It was a great. Their best song. They made everybody wait until the encore to play it. They didn't even play it in the main thing.
Well, they know showmanship. That's what they
And
say.
then the
It's
weirdest
all
part.
about that.
So Creed is a Christian rock band.
Yeah.
Me, I don't practice. But Creed is a Christian rock band. And the weirdest part is it got to a point where in between every single song, the lead singer would give something of a homily. He would give be like, listen, the most important thing is to be with family. And it was like, dude, what? And it got frustrating after a certain
like, just
point.
play that
You're like,
song.
play one last breath, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the thing about love is like, does love take you higher, brother? Play the song. But it was a grand old time, I'll tell you.
He's like, 2 roads diverged in a wood.
It was not that far off. It was not that far off.
Yeah.
But
oh, wow.
yeah, so I saw Creed. I don't think I'm ever going to see him again.
Well, do you feel like, because now this is not to get political.
Yeah, get political.
Right? But I would say, okay, maybe it's just Christian rock band coming to Madison Square Garden. Maybe that's just New York's not the audience for it. But when Donald J. Trump came, he filled up that stadium.
I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I'll let you know there were the band that opened for him was Three Doors Down. You familiar with them at all?
I think I know a little Three Doors Down.
Kryptonite,
etc.
Yeah. There was a couple USA chants that got a little too violent for my taste. They got a little too raucous, if you know what I mean. That I was like, USA. The other weird thing, and this is maybe this will be actually, I'm not going to put it on screen because you guys are perverts. Yeah. Apparently, it's like a thing. My buddy George, he claims that every time a Creed song comes on, at least because he lives in Long Beach and he's out and they play a Creed song, people start taking their shirts off. Ooh. And so, like, George is like, oh, we're playing, Higher's coming on. And he took it, like, when the good songs start coming on, he took his shirt off. And then he made me take my shirt off, which made Eamon take his shirt off. Oh, no. Hoping it would start off a chain reaction. I'll let you know, in a section, in a row of maybe 15 people, we were the only people with our shirts off. And I was very uncomfortable. So
he's like this. He's like, hey, maybe if we do it, a couple girls will.
There was a group of girls who kept looking at us.
Are we supposed to do that?
Yeah, I had never heard of it, but when in Creed.
When in Assassin's Creed.
In Assassin's Creed, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's all I would know about Creed. So they did you feel like you felt the Holy Spirit?
No. It was actually a godless place.
Oh.
It was a godless place, I'll have you know. But it was a grand old time.
Yeah.
It was a grand old time, and now I'm getting some kind of illness.
Yeah, what's going on with you?
I don't know. I could feel some kind of bacteria growing in my throat. I've
got a little cough.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. A little frog in my throat.
There's something happening.
That makes me sad.
Anyway, we're on the Christmas now.
We're on the Christmas and we're on the frogs in our throat. Wait, you know anything else that's green like a frog? That's right. I saw Wicked yesterday. That was my last topic that we.
I totally forgot about that. You saw Wicked. We should have started with that after the fucking.
Leave them wanting more.
Leave them wanting more.
Leave them wanting more. Yeah, I saw. Let me ask you this.
We'll
do a spoilerless review. But let me ask you this: do you have any intention of seeing this movie?
Yeah, I'll see it.
Are you a musical guy? I don't imagine you having too much fun.
To tell you the truth, I don't know if there's, especially after Creed, I don't know if there's very many places where I can have fun that are for me to have fun. I don't know if those places exist.
Well,
so I would not be shocked if Wicked was not the place.
I can give you a glowing recommendation that there are at least several moments in this.
Yeah.
Where you will have fun.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know who came up with the extended universe rules of Wizard of Oz.
Right.
Maybe this is all in the first movie. I just haven't seen it in a while. But there's some really wacky stuff that they just kind of imagine that we know in the Wizard of Oz world.
Okay.
There's a whole. This is not spoiling anything, but there's a whole plot about how animals talk.
Right.
In the Wizard of Oz world.
Well, sure.
Which is, you're like, okay, yeah, of course, like the lion, the cowardly lion talks. So I guess all the other animals talk too, right?
Tin Man's an animal.
Yeah. Tin Man's an animal. They really have a lot of fun with the animals that are talking in this.
Yeah.
One of which is the professor, who's a goat, and is voiced by Peter Dinklage.
I know Peter Dinklage's voice from Scourge.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
And I'll tell you, he sounds exactly the same.
Good.
And there's a whole little joke, a running gag,
right,
where the goat professor can't say Ariana Grande's character's name.
Okay.
Because he keeps buying. Yeah, it really is that. There's a whole like the Elphaba, the Wicked Witch. Her nanny is a bear. It's like I had a lot of fun.
Okay, I'll see it.
I had a lot of fun watching that.
I'll check it out.
And then the other thing is Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
comes in
and he has to just be Jeff Goldblum.
He is literally just Jeff Goldblum in this. And I'll tell you, it's the best performance. Nothing worked as well as casting him as the Wizard of Oz. Right? Him coming in, and he's like, oh, I guess they, you know. Oh, thanks for coming and checking it out. Yeah, the big head is kind of. I mean, people seem to like it. I don't really.
I don't know.
It killed me. It killed me. And Delilah, who one of the folks I saw it with,
sure, yeah,
had never seen Jeff Goldblum before.
What? How is that possible?
I don't know. She's like, who is that actor?
Who's that actor? Why is he making all those choices?
Yeah.
Those are some strong choices.
Yeah. And I was like, you don't know Jeff Goldblum? And she was like, no, but she's like, what would I know him by? And I was like Jurassic Park, and that was it. I couldn't think of another movie she would know him by.
I would say, as someone who's never seen Jurassic Park, I would say he's just Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, no.
He's just Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, exactly.
He's from you see him on talk shows and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just silly.
He's just around.
And he's not, you can't even really call him a comedian.
No.
I feel like he does shows, but nobody really knows what happens.
He's just an entity.
He's just an old-fashioned entertainer.
I'm sure you know this, but I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast, how he was in a play that I did in high school once.
I don't
remember.
you know this? You might have told me this and I forgot.
Where I did a play called Nothing is the End of the World. I think nothing is the end of the world except for the end of the world fans out there.
Yeah.
The original.
Hit that notification bell.
I was the original Godfrey in that show.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. But it's a play about like robots and AI kind of assimilating into high school, which was very ahead of its time.
Okay, yeah.
And it's it's framed as a documentary about these kids, right?
Yeah, sure.
And at the end, you see there's like at the end you see an executive like come on stage and like talk to like the kids about like, hey, we're making the reality TV show. You guys don't get the rights. It's actually kind of a shitty thing that we're doing. Blah blah blah. When we did it, they surprised us because up until like we were like teching, we're like, what is that voice going to? Who is that character going to be at the very end?
Right.
And the director was like, okay, we're gonna put on a projector. We've got a guy to do the producer, and it was Jeff Goldblum.
Was he like somebody's uncle or something? Or?
He was doing a play in New York or something. And our director had, I guess, bumped into him or something, and was like, would you quickly like record this thing? And he's like, yeah, why not? And so like that came on and we were like, what? And like it was like this was like a high school production.
That's what I'm saying.
I bet the kids.
I bet the parents when they see it were like, what the fuck? That's awesome.
But all that is to say, Wicked is. I'm not a like big musical guy.
Right.
I'd seen the musical before, but not since I was like 11 or something.
I had never seen the musical.
I've
seen The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, The Wizard of Oz. You'll get that.
Me, I follow the yellow brick road. How big is the yellow brick road in this? in this showing?
Not to spoil. There's no spoilers, but there is a little joke where where Jeff Goldblum is like, I'm developing kind of like a road.
I like that. Yeah. I like that a lot.
He's like, it's gonna be a brick road. I'm just not sure what the colors are.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. I'll tell you. So I watched 2 movies this weekend, and then we can wrap it up and go to the next thing. But I watched 2 movies because I was with my baby cousins and the old school movies, anime movies. Oh. I watched Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh,
and
classic.
I watched Spirited Away.
Oh, what a couple of dweebs.
Yeah, exactly. We started running around like Naruto after. And I'll have you know, there are two parts for us. I could play the little boy from Spirited Away.
Yeah,
trapped in there.
the little dragon boy.
I could
right?
play the dragon
You
boy.
could do that.
And I'll have you know, in Kiki's Delivery Service, you could play the little boy in that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Tombo on our hands. I'm just saying, it's central casting for Tombo over here.
Now, it's been a while since I've seen Tombo.
Tombo is obsessed with making a bike into an airplane.
Oh, yes, I know this.
He loves riding his bike, and he's trying to build an airplane around it. And he wears big glasses, and he has one little spike of hair.
Yeah, that's kind of like me.
And he's obsessed with Kiki, and Kiki hates him for precisely no reason. It's kind of the most amazing
But
thing.
they kind of, don't they end up together?
They
They're
end
like
up
little
happy.
pals by the end,
Of
right?
course they do.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, they fall in love,
so
etc.
it just goes to say, don't take no for an answer.
Yeah, that's
boys.
it. No doesn't really mean no, boys. That's the move. That's
the moral of the story.
There's actually a crazy part. The cat is like the weirdest character because you remember
Yeah,
the
I
little
know the little
black
cat
the little-
talks, right?
There's this one thing where it's like because like she goes, there's a part of the movie where she like winds up in the woods because after she gets attacked by crows or something, and there's this lady that's like she's like an artist.
Yeah.
And they're coming back from her place.
Yeah.
And Kiki just says, "Yeah, no, I need to go back there. She's actually going to draw a picture of me." And the cat, this is a children's movie. It's rated PG. The cat goes, "Naked?" He was like, "What the fuck?" Girl's 13.
Ooh.
But yeah.
Little cat. What's the cat's name?
Gigi.
Gigi. I always mix it up with the one from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
What's that one's name?
It's like Sylvester or something.
It's
I
like
don't know.
Salem or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Salem.
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Salem, Massachusetts.
The witch
teenage-
trials.
Yeah. I've heard. Are those still going on?
In our political system.
Hey, yo.
Hey, we're hanging. That reminds me. This weekend we're doing an event with Hunter Biden. Kids, that's right. He's free.
He's
as a bird
free
now.
I can I say something?
Yeah. What do you got?
Finally, Joe Biden does something I agree with.
Let the man live. Yeah. I saw a good tweet. It was like, and again, this will split our audience right in half. It was like someone was like, I can imagine giving a shit about pardoning Hunter Biden if we didn't just elect a felon rapist as president. You know, it's just they're all crooks.
Yeah,
man.
I'm not really.
Let them run free.
What I'm
a crook.
Yeah, we're all crooks here. I don't know what Hunter did besides he had a laptop. I think that's the one thing I remember.
He did some bad stuff for sure. He did some bad stuff for sure. But you know, so did everybody.
I think the whole reason you should become president is so that you can pardon your friends. I
true.
think that's why else would you want to do it? You can't do anything else.
You can't really do shit, huh? You just get to yell at everybody.
Order.
But anyways, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I mean, we're 36 seconds. What if it was like this was 36 seconds long?
Oh, God. Please break it.
36
New Year
minutes.
New Year can't come fast enough.
Yeah.
Hey, if you made this far in the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're listening on any of the audio apps, please leave a 5-star review. If you don't leave a 5-star review, leave a 4-star review. If you don't leave a 4-star review, come on. It was only 36 seconds.
It was a fun one.
Instead, what you do, if you want to keep the dialogue going, first you can join our Discord for absolutely free. But if you don't want to do that on YouTube, you click that notification bell so you don't miss anything else. And you leave a comment. I reply to every single comment. It's how we keep the dialogue moving. If you don't want to do any of that, you just want to give us money, what do they do?
You can become a member of the Bells and Whistles premium membership.
Premium Pornhub chat.
For $5 a month.
That's damn near free.
You're so right, Ryan. For $5, I'm out of swing with this. For $5 a month, you can get early access to all of our videos the minute that they're done and uploaded, and you get some access to some secret videos that not everybody else can see. But you don't only get that. Twice a month, you get to speak directly with us and all of our super fans.
To me?
Yeah, and you can ask us all sorts of questions, like what did you really think of Creed, and what did you really think of Hunter Biden?
What did you really think of Thanksgiving?
Yeah. All of that and more. Or you can go to this description below and get a little link there that'll take you to our fourthwall.com where you can get merch with our little faces on it.
It's the best place on earth.
Yeah, it's true.
But anyway, you got anything else to say?
I got nothing else to say.
All right, guys. See you next week. Bye.
Gobble, gobble.
I told you, I'll never pretend that it was going to make sense.